the easiest way for a man like me, who wants to defend his family from all the unfair allegations, narratives, and what have you, is instinctively, immediately reply and refute grant interview, but not me. I suffered, yes, in silence. People are trying to isolate me. Okay lang yan. Because even then, when I was still in Malacanang, I am already decided. I will not grant any interview. Yung mga nanira sa akin, tuwang-tuwa nung ako'y nananahimik, feeling nila ako'y nalusaw na. Hindi nila ako kilala. Noon pa man, ako ay desidido na. Instead na sagutin kita o kayo sa isang interview, whether sa traditional media o sa pamamagitan ng ating mga kasama at kaibigan dito, na new media, buo na ang aking desisyon. Ililibro ko at lalagyan ng dokumento yung aking sagot sa inyo upang aking harapin sa tamang panahon ang mga ibinintang ninyo na ako ay kapit-tuko, ako ay power hungry, ako ay nagbebenta ng posisyon, yung appointment for sale, at ako ay inalis o na-is out sa Malacanang. Yan lahat ay nasa libro. Ang daming sinabi tungkol sa akin. And I just have to refute it my way. I will not let anyone define me. Alam ko ang ginawa ko nung ako ay nasa Malacanang. Alam ko ang totoo. And that's why I am very, very confident. Banatan nyo na ako ng banatan. Laway lang ang inyong puhunan. Nasa akin ang katotohanan. At darating yung tamang panahon, ilalahad ko yan. And I have to do this, not for me. Kaya ko ang kritisismo. Kaya ko yan. But if I will not correct the many lies that you have peddled against me and my family, the generation to come after me will be doomed. The generation that will come after me will suffer damnation. And I will not allow anyone to do that to my children. I owe it to my family. I owe it to my wife. I owe it to my beautiful children. I have to defend them. I have to bring out the truth so people would know what really happened and to straighten out the many lies they have peddled against me. Hindi madaling magtimpi. It took a lot from me to practice this discipline, to keep quiet, to pretend as if you are not affected. It takes a lot from a man to practice this kind of restraint. But I have to, because first, hindi ko pwedeng sagutin yung alam ko namang mga bayaran. Binayarang vloggers, binayarang media men, binayarang broadcasters. Hindi ko sila pwedeng sagutin because I respect the office that I represent, the office of the Executive Secretary. I do not want to be confronted by anybody who occupied that position before me and those who will occupy that position after me. Bakit mo ibinaba sa ganyang level ang office of the Executive Secretary? I owe it to the institution. I owe it to the office. I owe it to those who occupied the office before me and those others will come after me. Kaya hindi ako sumagot at kaya ako ay nagtimpi. And finally, here we are launching the book. I hope you'll find it a good read. And I really appreciate all of you. Tama si Winnie, kung na kayo ay nandito because I regard you as my lifelong friends. And I appreciate you. At mahal ko kayong lahat. And hindi mabubuo itong librong ito without my lean. But huwag kayong magkakamali. A very mean team. You've met the author, my friend, Jerry Lirio. Bakit si Jerry Lirio? Sabi ko sa inyo wala akong ilusyon na yung mga nakilala ko, nung ako ay nangangampanya at nung ako ay nagsisilbi, kaibigan ko na, no? Yun din ang pagkatao ko. I value old friends. I value real friendship. Jerry and I met long time ago, 2005, 2006. We made the story of the case that I am handling. He wrote it, sent it out, banner story ng Philippine Daily Inquirer. Rumoli yan, parte rin ng libro. And of course, while forming the team, I have to rely. Ang number one criteria ko nung bumubuo ng team, yung mapapagkatiwalaan. And here comes, she's my friend, but in truth, ang best friend niya talaga ay ang aking asawa, si Miss Winnie Nieva Pantangco. Thank you for joining me in the team. Of course, nandyan ang aking kasama. Nagkasama kami nito ng campaign at siya ay naging undersecretary ng Communications Office ng Office of the President, si Yusek Miss Pam Pedroche. Tatlo lang kami nagsimula. Plus Jerry, 4 kami, nag-uusap-usap kami. But nagkakaroon na ng forma yung libro. Noong nagkakaroon na ng forma, kinakailangan ko na, kasi nga, limited budget yung aming production So, sa dulo na namin, naghanap ng isang maniniwala din doon sa integridad at validity ng storya. Nandyan din sa libro yan. Kinausap, hindi ko siya kilala. In fact, he belongs to the other side of the political fence. Yan talagang dilawan to. Sagad to the boss. Ang kumausap dito, si Miss Winnie. At nag-meet lang kami nito isang beses. Hindi ko siya kilala. At na-brief ako kung anong ugali nito. Sikat ito. Anyag na photographer ito. Ang kinukuhaan lang nito ay mga sikat. Sabi ko, bakit yan iharap mo sa akin? Tanggihan pa ako niyan. But because we need somebody na talaga naman na worthy to be included in your book. O sige, kakuharapin natin. So, hinarap ko siya one morning. Wala, instantly nag-click kami. At ang sinabi lang niya bago kami maghiwalay, I am in. Count me in. Pero, kailangan mong ilabas yung libro mo. Kailangan mong ibahagi ang storya mo. Because Filipinos have the right to know. Ladies and gentlemen, June De Leon. And of course, kailangan din namin na magaling mag-layout. Si Jerry magaling sumulat, pero hindi mo asahan yan sa layouting. Magkakabali-baliktad yung mga picture and all. So, again, through Winnie and June De Leon, dinala nila si Mr. Manny Roma. Ito yung mga kasama ko sa loob ng isang taon, to the point na nagmi-meeting na kami. Every day, they made a lot of sacrifices, giving me enormous amount of their time because they believe in what I have to say. They believe in this story, and they believe it's worth telling.